along. Okay, my stream is fully started now.
So do I like time frame? Like how long are we in until I get my delicious guitar?
So where we left off last time, we kind of talked about doing a time skip for the 7 days that it would have taken for your weapons to be upgraded, and weapons and armor.
7.
And
Yeah.
so let's start out by the two of you. I'll give you a couple of little items that happened during your downtime, and then also I want you two to give me like a brief idea. You can just tell me in the span of a minute what you would have gotten up to in the last 7 days. So during that time, 1 day during the week, if not more, Captain of Arn of the SS Golden Laddie, not SS, but whatever it was, SMHS.
SMHS.
So he and the crew invited you guys along for dinner at one of the not so nice parts of town, and then also another time at one of the nicer parts of town. Boblin fit in better. Excellent. Boblin made a fool of herself at the nice place, wearing a full suit of armor, into the restaurant, refusing to take it off and screaming when you guys tried to get her to take it off at the door. And then, do I hear a cat?
You do in fact hear a cat, which I'm petting right now.
That's so funny. Usually it's from my end. So I was like, wait, that's not one of our cats?
Am I not petting you enough? I close my door, but she just opens it. She don't care.
That's adorable. That's alright. So, you guys had good interaction with him and the crew. Good celebrations. You definitely drank too much, Eddie. And, Dorthus, you are proud. It brings a little tear to your eye as you watch Boblin now actually hit the target, which you had to make a little bigger just for safety, but she at least hits the bigger target.
She better not pull a Hindenburg on us. She better not pull a Hindenburg on us. Hit the balloon.
To this point, she has not yet hit the air balloon, but time will tell. Beyond that,
I'm just curious.
You guys might have visited a few shops or something, but yeah, not so much happened. Pretty uneventful. No skirmishes.
I need to learn a couple of riffs. I need to learn the riff Monster.
Sorry?
We did go to the Artificer, so there was that. We did that last time.
The Artificer from last time?
Yeah, we did go there.
That's where we'll start. Once you guys, because now is the 7th day.
Did you see the cat video I posted in the memes?
I did not. Let's try and not focus on memes in session.
Okay, it's fine.
But I promise to look at it right after the session.
Is
that alright?
Cat memes, why? Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to mention it.
I love cat memes. I will watch it. But thank you. Yeah, so you guys know this will be the day that you go and pick up your armor and weapons, and I guess that's it. What all did you guys get up to?
Well, you said I had an appointment with a cryptographer.
Oh, that was the other thing. Yes. Austin, why don't you tell us what you were up to, then I'll add to that, and then Stappy can tell us what he was up to.
Writing lyrics down for a new song called I Don't Even Fucking Know. You know, I could just rip off the song by Skillet, Monster, because that fits D&D well.
Okay.
I need to learn that riff.
I like it.
Because I have a playlist full of grunge and metal. And I'm just gonna take from that.
Sounds good. Well, then, so the cartographer.
No, not
Let me
cartographer,
pull up.
cryptographer. There's a difference.
Cryptographer. There is a difference.
Cartographer is maps. Cryptographer is hidden meaning.
Exactly. All right. So, remind me what you remember of the map. We spoke of the languages written on it, which you all were able to read some of.
My family's crest was on there. There was common and
That's right.
primordial on there, but it didn't mean a whole lot. And it pointed, and there
Right.
was a pointer to where I came from.
Okay. I'm sorry. Wait, a pointer from what?
On like the map to like where, like around the area where my parents lived.
Yes, that's right. You recognize that. That part I had forgotten a little bit about, but the information that you learned included more detail on that. So, give me 1 second to pull up a photo.
Just so you guys know, I did a bit of work on my character sheet. I now have another spell.
You spent
Dragon's
an
Breath.
absurd amount of time tracking this gentleman down.
It's not sure I'm gonna keep using it, but yeah.
Finally, in the darkest, shadiest alleyway at the back of the nicest part of town, very out of place, tucked in a corner, you spent an inordinate amount of time just looking for this place because there were several cryptographers that you met with at this point. The first two couldn't answer your questions, and they kept hesitantly recommending a third, each one of the two, and they didn't even, you had to kind of wrestle it out of them, persuade them, and finally they mention Harlan. And you spend a good amount of time just trying to find this place because it's not quite where they would have where you would have expected it. It's off the beaten path. And
I mean,
he has...
that is where I would expect a cryptographer to be.
Fair enough.
I don't expect a cryptographer
and-
to be in the nicest part of town, unless he's like a military one.
He is in the nicest part of town, but in the least likely place in the nicest part of town that anybody would be. Doesn't look like a place that anyone would do business. So, as you and Boblin traipse your way through this place, she's clunking in her armor the whole time, and you guys enter the shop and you see maps all along the walls, and not just maps, but like they look like puzzles. Obscure writing all over them. Geometric art scrawled all over the edges, and lines drawn through the maps, connecting points that don't mean anything to you, but it's all very obscure and elaborately made. The big table in the center of the room is where you find him, scouring over a tabletop that seems enchanted, in that all of it seems to be a map, but all of its pieces are constantly moving and in flux, and he is just staring at it attentively. And when you walk in, you kind of say hi, and he just sort of like grumbles at you. Doesn't say anything and just keeps looking at the map. And as you walk around and try to get his attention, looking at everything, and Boblin making a mess, immediately. He still doesn't notice, but then finally you put the map down in front of him, and his eyes open wide, and he doesn't say anything else, but 2 days, very, very slowly, just to get the sentence out. Probably took him 30 seconds. He speaks very slowly. 2 days. And
What
starts,
what day of the time is this?
this is maybe the third or fourth day.
Hmm.
Let's say the fifth day just for convenience so that it's done the same day as the armor. He tells you to come back, but gives you no other information. Doesn't say anything about payment. Doesn't say anything else. And no matter what you ask him at this point, he doesn't take notice. He just turns, puts your map in the center of this moving table, and suddenly it floats like an inch off the table, and little shapes start hovering around, little blue and golden flecks of magic emanating all around it as he deciphers whatever he's looking at, trying to find in your map. So after collecting Boblin, heading back to Eddie, and
Yeah, I would do that because I would assume that at this point I would have made some sort of copy of it.
Yep, that's fair. And you've had plenty of time, so we'll say that you did just that. Would you have given him the original or the copy?
Well, I'm assuming the copy would be like in a notebook or something.
Okay.
Well, actually,
So
no, that wouldn't be a good idea because what if the original has magical shit?
Yep.
Oh,
So for the sake of argument, what do you think you would do?
would we have access to map-sized paper easily?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then I would have definitely given him the not original.
Okay. So the ship, there are lots of odds and ends necessary for running and flying a ship, including cartography stuff, which among that you would have found paper. So you gave him a copy.
I guess, yeah.
All right. So now, let's say that was the fifth day. So now is the seventh day. The morning of the seventh day, you guys wake up, head over to your new favorite breakfast place just outside of the little inn that you found, and
Can I take a long rest? For some reason, I have an expended spell slot.
I mean,
you've had 7 long rests at this point. So
yeah,
go ahead and
that's what I was thinking.
zero all that out.
Thank you.
Unless he took
By the
damage.
way,
Yeah,
or
right.
anything.
Make sure you get all that up.
Just letting you know you're going to hate me as a DM.
What's that?
Every reaction, I'm going to, like, you want your enemy to hit somebody, they're not gonna hit. That's how cutting words works, every reaction.
That's perfect. You excite me. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I want to go back to the place with them that I put the map.
We could
Okay.
do the worst option possible and all split up. Split the party. Nothing bad
So
will
Austin, you're the only one picking up weapons, right? Stappy only bought new ones.
Yeah, I bought.
And
new
Boston
ones.
only bought
and
a
I
new one.
also engaged in pimp my guitar.
Right. So, but you're the only one picking things up from the artificer. Is that right? Do I
Oh yeah,
remember
I'm
that
the
right?
only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Okay,
I have
so
some
you can
sort of
split.
Weapons that I need. Do I have those
Okay.
weapons?
Yes, you had the. I think you gave him all
Oh,
of your
my
blades,
sword.
right? The long sword.
Oh,
short sword.
yeah. I only had
Did you have a knife?
I had 2
Okay.
short swords. That's what I have. Which
Okay,
is still
okay.
in my inventory.
Okay.
Then
So
I have a side
that's what I have
sword,
stat
whatever
blocks
that
for you
is.
for the upgrade.
Then I have
Okay.
a side sword, which I have no
Um,
clue what that is, but it's in my inventory. where that came from, but it came from somewhere else.
All right. So, let's. Is that what you guys want to do? Split up?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Boblin tags along with you, Drarthus, and you did convince her to take off the armor this time. You weren't happy about it, but you promised her 2 rat tails if she gave you the armor, or took off the armor for the trip. So, at some point, you're gonna have to find one one very eager goblin, 2 rat tails. But we'll focus on Eddie first. If you guys want to split up.
Sure.
Splitting up works with me if it works for everybody else.
Okay.
Well, see you guys. I'm off to get some useless junk from a dumbass soul. Would I know that artificers are kind of soulless? Do I need to roll history for that?
So,
For witty remark?
yeah, let's roll history. Let's roll history for that.
If not, I'll think of a different witty remark. My guy, I want to be slightly witty and fucking petty. I think that's the personality I'm going for and what I've been going for, right? Wouldn't you say? Petty, witty.
Definitely a punk. Maybe not petty, per se, but in the right situation, yes, because he's definitely
Oh
arrogant.
yeah, I was 100%
What do you mean not
petty?
petty? JP, what do you mean not petty? Have you forgot the entire interaction with the
I
like,
don't
guard
even know what an
people?
artificer is. I think he's human.
Aha.
I got a
Wait,
nat
what did you
1.
roll? Uh-oh.
I'm not
Wait, I
in
don't
roll
see.
20, but I got a nat
It's
1.
not in
I
roll
didn't
20.
log in. I did not log in.
Okay,
I
okay.
was busy. I was busy zoning out
No
while
worries.
doing his stuff, well, looking at my character sheet.
Okay, so you have seen one single Warforged in your life, and it is a member of the guild. So you know that they are.
Are you talking about
Uh,
Percy here?
Yes, Percy.
Just quickly,
Percy
a
the.
bit metagaming. Would we know what happened? Because I have seen what people have put in chat.
You are unaware of Percy's current status.
Okay.
I was
In character, because you left before those events happened.
Okay.
As far as you know,
just letting
he's
you
still
know,
alive.
I'm not lying. I got a 3, a red 3, not 1.
That's perfect. So the only thing you know is that he reminds you of Percy, but you're not entirely sure why. Maybe you think they're related. That's all you got.
I'm off to go see someone.
That's
I'm not sure. There's something about him, but I think he's related to
Looks
that voice
familiar,
guy,
right?
whoever the hell he is. But I can't quite put my finger on who that is either. Must have not left an impression.
That's great. Yeah, you wouldn't have had
That's
many
what I say
interactions
is I
with him,
just
but you've
leave them.
seen him. Perfect.
I don't
Alright.
even know what Posey looks like. Like I haven't paid any attention to the other team. I don't even know what Posey looks like. So that's why my character's
That
drawing
is
a blank
totally
on him as
fine.
well.
But he's also a Warforged. So Percy is your only frame of reference for the race of Warforged.
Okay, that's amazing.
Oh, shit,
Well, I guess I'm off to the races.
So,
God damn it, that was
alright,
perfect.
so,
I
as you
just
get
thought
back
of
to,
something dangerous.
uh-huh,
Cutting words works on an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. Would an ability check count as like a saving throw?
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
We can
Well,
look
with
into
an
that, but I
ability
don't,
check-
offhand, I don't think so.
Ability check. Like if I'm saying, like if I say like they're trying to I'm trying to barter and I use cutting words to try to just force them to fail.
I think that works, but,
Okay,
Is it-
whenever
or
the
is it-
wolf is
what's-
making a check using okay, let's see. What is an ability check and skill check? How does cutting boards work? I just want to make sure When a creature you see makes an attack roll, an ability check, or damage roll. Okay, an ability check is any of the strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
Right.
So if somebody's drinking alcohol, I can just force them to get drunk. Pretty much. There's a large chance. That's pretty amazing. No, an ability check that'd be saving throw, so it wouldn't count against.
You're gonna have fun with that for sure.
Oh,
Right,
but like
but
whenever, because
let's
you know
focus
how it
on.
works, right? I can roll a d8 and be like, subtract 5 from that attack roll, please.
Yep. All right, so let's focus on the artificer real quick, and then we'll get you guys back together. So you're greeted by the same Warforged, and he says, "Hello, Dragonborn. Welcome back. Your order
Does
has
he
been
look
completed." I sent
Does
you
he
guys a
look like?
picture of him.
Oh, thank you. Well, whale.
Let me. No, I sent it to you last time. Let me find it again.
Oh, that guy looks interesting. I don't know what team. Oh no, that's Team A. That's us. That's an interesting fellow.
That's the cryptographer.
Oh shit.
Okay, so
Can't quite put my finger on it, but I think he's got some sort of skin disease.
he's a turtle. He's got lots of skin problems.
Oh, I love that.
You didn't like
So
on that arrow.
Scroll
you
up.
did on a reply. Yeah, okay.
I know. Just scroll
Oh,
up in
that
that message. That guy,
Oh, that guy.
and that's the shop just above him. And those weapons
Ah.
are totally fine. You had messaged
No,
about
no.
those.
No offense, Soul, but what are you exactly? You don't look quite human, or well, anything.
Yes, I am a
Slightly.
Warforged.
Oh, okay, good. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but there was something wrong with you.
I am just fine, thank you. Your order is completed.
Yes, order. What did I order again? I was too busy living it up.
So he has in his arms the pile that contains your leather armor, which is now studded in steel. Well, studs, but very
You don't say.
very finely grouped studs. Okay, for
Delete that and add studded.
I will give you a stat block for that in just a moment. Gotta move my computer because Millie's about to stream.
And I now have studded armor.
And yes, studded leather armor, and it's going to be a +1.
Fuck, magic items already.
Yep. And then he brandishes the 2 short swords, and he says, "These are some of my finest work. I have to show you how they work. I will need you to demonstrate something for me. Would you mind following me to the back?"
I interrupted you, sorry. That's a problem I have. Did you happen to choose upon the images I gave you which ones you wanted to use for the designs of the 2 swords?
I approved all of them, so it's up to you. You choose.
How far up did we put that? Oh, did I send it directly to you?
No, I think you sent them here in this same group chat. There's 3 swords there. 4.
Oh, I'm blind. Don't worry about it. I guess,
So any of those. So you just decide.
Am I able to pin these? I can. Can I just pin these?
Yeah, go for
That
it.
one has really awkward grip, so I'm gonna choose that one.
Okay.
That looks like a long dagger, which is basically a short sword, right?
Yeah, we'll say that for the sake of, It's just flavor. The function of it will be short sword.
And then that, which that is, and then that, because those seem like, if he was just like soulless and was like, okay, dragon, you know, I'll just put a dragon emblem embossed in it. Like
Okay.
that
He's,
does seem
so
like, I guess.
character knowledge, you probably think that they're soulless, but player knowledge,
Oh, they
they are
actually-
not technically soulless. The thing that distinguishes
Oh,
them
Wolfos
as a
are not
race,
soulless? Oh yeah, because they actually.
right, is that they do have, yeah. So.
They would make good bureaucrats though, because they don't seem to be like fully. I'm not sure how fully there they are.
Well, they're not
Mostly
human.
there.
They're certainly not human.
Yeah.
And they're also, in most cases, very young. Operating as if they're full grown, you know? Like,
I mean, they
because
all
they're
manufactured or
built, grown.
created.
Exactly. So, he asks you to follow him to the back of the shop and out into the courtyard behind it, where you see a kind of a practice and firing range.
I don't know if he hears me while I say this, but I'm like, as we're in the alleyway, I'm just like, oh great, is this the point where you asked me for all your money? Is this the
You
point
have
where
already
you asked
paid
me for
in
your-
full.
for my money? Damn it!
His
I just
hearing is
muttered
excellent.
myself. God, I just muttered on my breath. God damn it! I can't even make a mugging joke.
So in the center, there is a practice dummy set up with a target in the center of its chest. And he says, if you would be so kind, please attack the target dummy with your breath weapon while wielding your sword.
I guess I do as he wishes. I will use up my breath weapon for this short rest period.
Okay.
It is now doused in, most likely. What's the dexterity modifier for a dummy?
For the sake of our purposes here, 0. He fails
so
it,
just miss.
whatever it is. Yep.
Being
You hit him
lazy,
perfectly.
yeah.
No, you don't miss. You don't need to even do a
Well, I
check.
mean,
So,
no, I wouldn't need to do a check. He would need to. The dummy would have to do a check because that's a dexterity.
you don't even need to roll for an attack, I mean. So,
No.
as soon as, was it acid, right, your breath weapon?
Yeah, acid.
What
You
was
know,
your breath weapon
There's
again?
two uses.
Acid,
You
okay.
can get
So-
high, or you could douse somebody and burn them to death. Either way works.
So, the sword, suddenly starts to surge with energy, and the highlighted bits in red there start to glow like a dark blackish green, and it seems to react to you. You now feels more comfortable to hold, and
JP, just really
it
quickly,
attunes to you.
just really quickly
Mhm.
with this. Does this also happen
Yep.
if I use that thing that I talked to you about before? Is this a thing that could
Yes,
also
that
work?
will be relevant.
Oh,
Yep.
that's kind of
Um,
good.
So
+1 long.
the
It's a magic weapon, so at least I'm like, I forget like the huge benefits of magical weapons.
oh,
I
I'm
know
sorry,
this
that
one-
was short. I wrote longsword. It's short sword. I need to type
Okay,
that
man.
differently.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so
Like, I'm confused. Okay, fair enough.
yeah, that was my fault. So he turns to you and says, "Excellent. The swords have attuned with you. They will react to your breath weapon, and it will empower them." With that, your order is complete.
I say, thank you. I'm just like looking at it, staring like if it's gonna burn me or something. Like, well, no burn marks yet.
So there's something kind of like a connection that you feel to the blade now. It feels as though it belongs in your hand. Um, there's it in the attunement, right? It chose you, and you now know
Therefore-
that to be true. You just feel
Therefore,
it.
I shall not put that away.
He looks at you and he says, "I am told all good weapons require names. Have you thought of names for these blades?"
No, I don't have a good witty name yet.
Stab
If
and
I may
Sharpie.
suggest, Stabby and Sharpie. If I may suggest, each of the blades was forged with titanium, and they are corrosive resistance. So, if you have anything in mind, bear witness that it is now a part of you, an extension of your being.
I just don't respond to that.
Okay.
Because
So,
my
he
character,
bows.
I don't think me or my character gets a connection of titanium in, well, me and my scales.
Okay. So, that's all I have for that. He bows to you
Okay.
and says good day, showing you out to the main part of the shop. And we will. Yeah, what do you want to do from there? Do you want to go ahead and leave?
I mean, I guess I go to the other artificial, and I go and get my guitar.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
well-
He has your guitar. It was the same guy.
Yeah, it's
He
the same person.
also gives you the guitar.
Okay.
What I remember you asking for with the guitar was shining the
It's like
gem.
anything. Yeah. And just
Okay.
anything in his.
How did you?
discretion.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to do with it? I didn't get the chance to message you about it today. I got busier than I thought.
Oh, I
But
think I just did like any upgrades in his discretion. So whatever he thought.
okay.
I didn't have any ideas.
So he's Let's work on that
Let's see.
outside of the session because
Okay.
I have a couple ideas, but I want to ask you first. So let's assume
Or you could,
that
or you
you've.
could roll the good old D like 10 or whatever and just choose a random idea.
Well, okay. I just wanted to give you the chance if you wanted to work with it.
Chaos is my style.
Yeah, that seems about right.
All right.
I don't think you see how I DM.
All
Because
right.
I just felt
So
like that would be quicker and things would just, be quicker if we just did it like that. Was the main thing.
So he describes to you the process of shining the gem, and in so doing, he realized that one of the connections made to it, your arcane focus, was a little bit off. So he was able to repair the connection, electric or magic. It's hard to say what it was, but he's a skilled craftsman, and once per short rest. Now the guitar gives you advantage on any one roll, no restrictions.
Oh, okay, that's kind of useful for a boy. Now, will I use that for good things? No.
So advantage on any roll per long rest, and it's this. It's just
Okay.
just add that to your arcane focus details.
Okay.
The guitar.
Just put that.
The fuck, Millie's streaming as well?
Yeah, I just thought that would be
Yes.
just the quickest way of
Oh shoot! I
getting
forgot to
an
open the
ability.
streams.
You know?
Well, I wanted to
But
give
you
you
can
like the
just
option to
roll it.
like flavor it how you wanted, but that's more or less what I was gonna give you anyway.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. I like that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Other possessions electrified guitar.
Okie dokie. So. All right.
Since it doesn't
Did you want to do anything else in the shop? Now that you've got that all
No,
taken
no.
care of,
No,
I want to give you the
I've
option.
hogged the spotlight
Okay.
for long enough. I think I just leave with my
Okay.
newfangled guitar, which is now shinier.
No, you're not hogging it. This was good. This was a week in the making. So, let's focus now on Stappy. All right. Boblin is singing a song about rat tails as she holds your hand, and the two of you make your way back to the seedy alley. Mostly
I have
she's just
2+1 short swords, or just the one? What is that?
the two. There's two.
Okay. I was making sure on that
Yep.
before I had two of them.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I should have put a ×2 on that, but yeah, it's both of them. All right, so
I do bring
You
the
get there,
original
and
map
it's the
this
same-
time, though.
okay. Excellent, because as soon as you get there, you see the same scene before. Boblin immediately goes and runs and makes a mess, and the turtle man is poring over your map. As soon as you come in this time, however, he takes notice of you, and he points very slowly, raising his finger at you, and says, "Liar."
What do you mean? I brought this map here. I didn't know you. Of course I wouldn't give you the original.
"Fake," he says slowly as he hands you the map.
I have the real one right here.
He reaches for it without saying anything else. There's no expression on his face. It's
Well, no,
hard to tell
when I said
whether he's upset.
I got the real one right here. I kinda handed it, but not expecting him to take it kind of way, if that makes sense. But
Okay, well, he reaches out. He doesn't take it.
It's
He
like,
reaches out
oh,
for you to give it to him.
well, yeah. Now I gave it to him because I'm assuming he did study everything else on it.
Okay. So, he puts the map in the same place and pores over it, and the blue and gold magic start to flutter over it again, as you saw before you walked out the last time. However, suddenly now it turns red after a moment of swirling, and then at one point on the map it centers, and a little beacon in the same shape, generally, not all the details, but generally you can see the basic shape of your family crest. And he points to you and says, "You."
That's it, or is
That's all he says, and he just stares. There's no movement. He's so slow in any you
well,
haven't
yeah,
seen him
he's
blink.
a turtle.
Yep, you haven't even seen him blink in any of the times that you've been there.
You're doing the whole
and he just-
Flash thing from Zootopia, aren't you?
Very similar, yes. But it's a little bit more tolerable than that. But he just holds the position and looks at you after he says, "You."
Yeah, that's my family
How do you
crest.
react?
Am I supposed to go there?
He gestures to the map, slowly pointing to each figure. And he says, "You can answer these. I cannot tell. You are the Codex." And then he reaches up for, in the same gesture, kind of looks like he wants your hand, but that's the best you could guess, as he reaches towards you.
I mean, I guess I give him my hand?
Okay. And then he, taking your hand gently, you can feel the dry, scaly skin,
I mean, it's scale on scale. How
uncomfortable.
weird would that be?
That sounds super weird. So yeah, imagine like sandpaper touching sandpaper. Uh, and he
Yeah, you're
rests
right.
your hand, yeah, just over the little spot that's glowing red. And suddenly the um, the the scripts in different languages start to change as the ink itself is like morphing into new words, and suddenly they start to take shape in a language you do understand. And it was you know,
Primordial
Draconic
or
and
Draconic?
Common, right?
I know Common, Draconic, and Primordial.
Okay. So it is Draconic. I just wanted to make sure that was on your list. Um,
I'm a
would have given it to you
Dragonborn.
in
That's
Primordial.
always gonna be on my list.
Exactly. I thought there was something weird about it. I couldn't
Would
remember.
be like a special Dragonborn, which is like literally useless in Dragonborn culture.
I mean, I guess
that would be
one
funny.
that I guess one that would have been orphaned in a human settlement could not know Draconic, but I mean, other than that,
Yes, but you were raised by Dragonborn, so I would be surprised
yeah, exactly.
if you didn't know it. I just wanted to clarify. That's all. And so now you suddenly are able to read the individual glyphs, but they still don't make any more sense to you than they did before.
Well, while I'm reading them, I can say
Um,
them out loud also, so the little turtle dude can hear them.
okay.
What did it say?
So, um, he looks at you, now dead in the eye, looking away from the map. Peculiar. And he goes to get a scroll
What
from
what
one of
did
the
it say?
shelves that I haven't typed it out in the Draconic.
Well, no, but
They're
what
just
did the
letters, right?
say?
It doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's just
it's just letters. It doesn't.
letters? Or
Right.
oh,
So you're basically just saying like A, B, C, Z, T, K. You know, like random assortment of letters.
okay.
But it seems to mean something to him, where it might not to you.
He used to be
And he tells you,
talented. It's like he just. I don't
What's
think
that?
somebody could
Say again?
like say a random assortment of letters, and I'd be like Caesar script, A to B.
Well,
Well, A
yeah,
equals
but that's why I went to a cryptographer.
Yeah, but that would
Yeah.
they must be really talented if he can just like out of the thousands of, maybe not thousands, but tens to hundreds of different ciphers, he's just like, oh yeah, obviously this one. This one healing before.
And so he goes and gets a
Talented.
scroll and comes back to the map and starts comparing it to the letters, pointing back and forth, muttering to himself in a very quiet manner, and eventually he says, "Are you sure you want to follow this?"
Why do you mean? This has to do with my parents, doesn't it? Or at least with my family.
I do not know who wrote it, but it is perilous, full of danger.
Well, I'd do anything to have a chance at finding out why my parents were killed.
Okay, he nods, he doesn't say anything, but he starts pointing to the letters and dragging your hand to each one in a certain order. Suddenly the ink starts to change again. And this time, instead of on the borders, it's the map itself.
Damn.
there appears to be in the same general locations as where you were, where depicted before. Perhaps now it's a little bit hard to say looking at it superficially without knowing exactly what you're looking at, but it appears that now it is beneath the surface of what the map depicted. So like an underground map, suddenly. Showing caverns and caves, most, dead ends and not connecting to one another, but there does appear a series of tunnels, more square in nature, perhaps made by hand.
Does it show the cave that I essentially ended up growing up in and learning my powers in?
After the time that you've studied this, you probably figured out the general location of where that cave was on the map, just topographically. And then now you see, yes, there is a cavern in that area. And adjoined to it are a series of other handmade, hand-carved tunnels, kind of like a map. I mean, kind of like a maze, weaving through that area where you grew up. Some connect, some don't, but all seem to be connected to caverns and caves, not unlike the ones that you would have seen where you grew up. And where you fled to that cave.
So...
he takes your hand away from the map and he starts looking at it. Perilous indeed. What is your family's name?
Feriax.
As soon as you say that, the map and all of its ink and all of its little intricate runes and things start to glow a hue of blue that matches your scales. And it phases again and changes to look the same as it did before. Just a top-down topographical map. And he says, say it again.
Feriax.
And this time again, changes into the previous, where it looks to depict the subterranean. This is all I can tell you.
Well, my guess is I have to go
The
back
turtle
to where...
says to you.
My guess is I have to go back to where I first learned to control my powers.
Do you say this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. He says there does seem to be some significance there where the map is centered. Is that where you're from?
Yeah.
Those caverns must be filled with something terrible. Whatever your family was protecting or hiding, it's perhaps best
Not
that
an
it stays
ancient,
there.
not an ancient black dragon.
Could it be that the blue dragon that once bestowed the powers upon our family?
Just ancient blue
These
dragon we
ciphers-
destroyed.
These ciphers do not depict any information, only location.
Well, then my guess is that whatever is there is why my parents got killed.
Actually, an ancient blue dragon might be like chaotic good or something. It might not actually want to kill anybody. I'm not sure what line they are intelligent.
The turtle says, kind of nodding in agreement, but he gives no further opinion.
Oh no, they're lawful evil. They would 100% kill you. Okay, fair I was just
So,
curious.
the turtle, he doesn't say anything, but he very, very slowly, as abruptly as he can, turns, takes his move off of the seat that he's sitting on, and goes into a room in the back, behind a curtain. He leaves you there for an uncomfortable amount of time, but you get the chance to look over the map. And maybe saying your name again and again, you see the ink shift and change and glowing blue in between each transition.
Does this work when it's not on the table?
You can try it.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely something I would try.
Okay. So he's gone long enough that you feel comfortable taking it off, and when you say your name off the table, the glow is so faint you wouldn't notice it unless you were looking for it, perhaps. But it does still react the same way.
So if I am really looking at it, I could still see like the caverns and stuff.
Hello?
I'm sorry, say that again?
So if I was looking,
That's
was
loud.
really looking for it, I would see the
It's
caverns.
just the glow that has become so faint. You can see the caverns clearly, but the glow is not as
I want to
big and
try.
obvious.
I want to try it with dancing lights.
Okay. How so?
Well, I want to see if dancing
Welcome.
lights maybe helps to, like, I don't know, empower the map or something so I can see it better.
Okay. Describe to me how you would do it, and go ahead and, let's assume you do.
I mean, I first, like, try it below,
And
like
you
the
go ahead
map,
and
like,
cast it.
well, I did. It's not
Okay.
really a cast, it's just stuff, I think. So first I would,
Okay.
like, try it, like,
So-
underneath, like, a candle, kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
And then otherwise I would just try it.
So, like beneath the surface of the map, it just like a candle lights it up from beneath, and you can see the translucent paper. And when you speak the name, the light is a little bit more obvious. It almost seems to be reacting to the other light, one source reacting to the other, and it's nothing else seems to change. But as you kind of bring the map a little bit closer to your chest, and as you're shuffling around and moving, you notice that it glows brighter as you get it closer to your crest that you have hanging around your neck.
Is it the actual crest or is it me?
Well, it's when you pull it up towards your torso.
If I take the crest in like my other hand and I move it closer and farther, does it still go better or worse?
Yes, it goes stronger. It glows stronger.
So it is the crest then that I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe
yeah,
the turtle
you
just
guess
like
so.
went to sleep.
Okay, well,
What's that? The turtle? Yeah.
is the turtle back yet?
He's still gone. He's not back.
He just went to
After
sleep.
you're doing all this, he's still gone long enough that you're like awkwardly standing there waiting, like, what the heck is he doing? And finally he emerges with a very intricate, very interesting looking trinket. Carved into what looks like ivory or some sort of pale white stone. He hands a little spherical thing, this trinket, to Boblin, who has knocked over an entire wall's worth of scrolls, and the first expression of emotion or any expression period from the turtle is a smile as he hands it to her.
She's ghost.
And he says, for good luck.
Just imagine it's a trinket of Auntie knocking things over or something.
Anti-knocking.
Just
Welcome,
like
Boblin. I mean,
physically,
Boblin.
like-
Boslam.
Physically, like,
Sorry, we didn't say
tries
hi.
to push something off
That's
the
okay.
ledge, but it's like an immovable object.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys while you were doing.
While I'm leaving,
So,
I wanna,
yep.
while I'm leaving, I want to ask the turtle. Are you sure you don't know anything more? Does my family name possibly mean anything to you?
It's not a name I've heard before. And whoever wrote this map did a great deal to hide its secrets. It appears only you could have opened or unlocked it. Where did you find this?
We found it in a captain's stash on our newly reasonable salvage ship.
He says, perhaps you should ask that captain where he found it.
Well,
Next level, I can get speak with dead.
that's all I say. Like, well, like kind of looking away.
I mean, if we level up
he
quickly,
says,
I could get speak with dead.
I didn't do it. My friend did.
I do not
Well,
judge.
actually, the Bolt did, and she left us because she had better things to do.
That's true. She murked him point blank.
Oh yeah, right. It wasn't actually Eddie, was it?
No. I
Nope.
mean, I knocked down the whole entire door in like one fell kick
Yep.
after like the second try.
But I think she was the
knocked
only
down
one who
entire
did
door.
any damage to him.
Yeah,
Yep.
he ran away from me. He decided that being crushed by a giant dragonborn was not the way to go.
I tell him, thank you for taking the time. Is there anything you will accept as payment?
He pulls another scroll out of his robes, and he says, if you wouldn't mind delivering a message for me to the guild, that would be payment enough.
Well, we are probably heading out that way anyway, so yes, we will bring that.
Okay. Let me
As he
rephrase
hands
that. We'll be
you
able to
the
talk to him once I'm at 6th level. Once I'm at 6th level, I'm gonna go into slightly more necromancer stuff, because then I can use any spells of any class.
Nice. Well, I guess with
Excellent.
that, I head back to the
So-
ship then.
Okay. So in your inventory, make a note of the map, but also the you now have a scroll with a with the guild seal stamped in wax, keeping it closed. That you are to deliver, but he didn't say where. It just has the seal, and that's the only thing identifying it.
I mean, my guess is I just gotta bring it to the guild and they know where it's gotta go.
Not a bad guess, but I guess you probably wouldn't know offhand anyway. So, Boslam, let's turn our attention to you for a moment.
Okay.
I've got a stat block for your ebb and flow dagger. Oh, and we need to level your character up, which I don't think we've done yet either.
I think we should probably do all of this like as soon as the stream ends. That's probably best.
Yeah, we can do that.
Wait,
And
let me
then,
switch to mobile. Give me like 2 minutes. Not mobile, PC.
Okay.
It will be like 30 seconds. Yeah.
It's a shame my performance
Okay,
is only
so would
+8.
everybody be at the ship as a return?
I'm not sure, because I was in
once
the
you return,
top.
yes. We'll assume that you guys all get back more or less at the same time. But we got to go through Boslam's thing real quick.
Barslam just
So
sat in the hot
Bossform is
tub.
Aquaman.
Barslam was just a frog. The
He
seven
was just
days.
a frog.
I'm gonna need to like spend some time and learn like the song Monster, ain't I? Like Skillet.
Is my
I don't know
mic
if I have the
picking this
voice
up?
for it. I don't know if I have the lower voice for that.
Is my mic picking that up or no?
I'm
No.
not hearing anything, and I don't know.
I'm back.
My voice is extremely
Welcome
malleable,
back.
which I guess is good.
That is good, especially for music. All right.
My
So,
animated
I
voice
needed
is only
to-
improved, which may be a good thing, may be a bad thing compared to what you want.
I think it's good for the memes and bad for the cringe. If I had to guess.
Oh, but why?
What
do you
what is
want?
Boslem, real quick, what was the champion's name that you wanted to base the dagger off of? I want to make sure I'm writing this out right.
Nyla.
How do I
Nyla.
spell it?
Nilah.
AH. I just wanted to make sure that I still haven't played but one game with her
She
in the match.
She is super.
She's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, people must be banning her all the time.
That is exactly right.
So, this will work like that, but imagine a dagger on the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not unphysical or kind of ethereal or water. It has a shape, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
it
it's like
works.
a
Yeah, basically the
static
same.
shape. Okay. Alright.
Well, so the end of it does, or at least that's what I'm. So you create a tether of water to your dagger, then throw it at a target in range, then return it, attacking for a second time. So kind of like a boomerang or a whip, right? You can flavor it exactly like she's doing there. And you get 2 ranged spell attacks against a single target in range, dealing water damage. And it's oh wait, why doesn't it say the base damage? Alright. Okay, so over the last 7 days, you guys were waiting for Austin's Eddie's weapons and armor, and for ship repairs to be done on the ship, and
Restocking.
in that time, and restocking. And you guys have in that time had dinner with the with Captain Avarn, the captain of the Goldfish ship. A couple of times with him and his crew. You guys have gotten to know each other a little bit better, and Boblin has been practicing with the crossbow. She's getting a lot less dangerous with it, or more dangerous depending on how you look at it. And yeah, what else would you have been doing in those 7 days? Just give us like a little one line, or what would you in your downtime have done?
This was after I got the dagger, right?
Yep, you got the dagger the day that we left off, so you've had 7 days to practice with it.
Yeah. So I've just been practicing with it.
Okay. All right. Well, then
I'm
let's assume
having
that you've got a good
trouble.
handle on it.
Yes, I do.
You're having trouble.
I'm having a crisis on trying to make a pun out of my swords.
That does sound like a
I will
crisis.
find a way. I will find a
I'm
way.
sure you will.
I will not stop until I find either a pun or a joke that I can make my swords out of.
Of anyone, I am sure in the world, if anyone can do it, I know you can. You'll find a way. That is definitely one of your strong suits. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm writing this out right. Deals. Yep. Okay. Deals an extra 1d4 damage.
Excuse me, why are you counting out damage? Oh, or is it for
I want to
Bassam
give him the
stuff?
stat block for the dagger. It's
Ah.
for Bossum. Yeah, this is worded very strange, so I just want to rewrite it a little bit. On hit, each deals 1d4 damage.
Was that Millie I just heard in the back?
Yeah, can you hear it through my mic? That's so funny.
Yeah.
I just heard a little bit of screaming.
Actually, let's make the base 1d6 water damage.
Also, since we're all on the ship now, can I
There
just
you go,
like
Boston.
call like a meeting or whatever to explain like what I just got out of the cryptographer?
Yes.
I am about to make a mistake.
Oh no. Again?
All right.
There you go. That's
So,
one name for
that-
weapon.
Dragon Life.
It
Oh,
drags
man.
on my enemy
Yep.
because it has the curved edges that will horribly drag on something that they hit.
Oh boy.
Well, he told me
Back
to.
on plate.
I mean, it's his own fault for making me name my weapons.
Yep, it's definitely my fault. Wait a second. Where did I just send that?
And Team
Oh,
A.
Team A. Okay, I sent you the stat block on Team A, Boston. We can add that to your sheet afterwards. So let's assume you guys have all made it back to the ship now, and repairs are done. You are now in the early afternoon of the 7th day. There is everything is accounted for, and they gave you a kind of a receipt, so to speak, of all of the things that had been done, and went over in detail all of that with you, and you probably had a nice little exchange, and by nice I mean sarcastic and rude, with the dock officials.
We're definitely
me,
gonna have to pay
absolutely.
more the next time we're here.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go here next time.
Yeah, I don't imagine you will.
So since our name,
Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
did they ask for anything in writing? The dock officials before we leave, did they ask for anything in writing?
You guys had taken care of all of that stuff ahead of time.
Okay,
You gave
good.
them the
'Cause that would
payment,
have worded
and
all
they
in Draconic.
for you. Yeah, I guess that's all taken care of. They write it for you. She runs around with a clipboard, scrolling everything. So you wouldn't have had the chance, but that would have been hilarious. So what do you guys want to do?
Oh,
I want to
I
call a
would.
meeting.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Call your meeting.
Emergency meeting.
All right.
Press the red button. Let's all vote out red. He called the meeting prematurely.
All right, everyone huddle up. I got some news on the map.
Ooh, like a piece of paper.
I'm assuming we would have some kind of table on the deck of the ship.
Oh, we got the ground.
Yeah.
Steppy, how about
Yeah,
we
you
have
can,
the meeting in my water room?
What?
That sounds appropriate.
I didn't hear what Bassam said.
How about we have the meeting in my water room?
I just ruined the map.
So he can be in the hot tub.
No, there's there's a table, right? There has to be a table. At least in the captain's
There's,
quarters.
yeah, we'll assume, at least in the captain's quarters, yes, where you found the map originally, was laid out on the table, if you want to do it there.
Yeah, let's just go there, Steppy.
I guess. So I just like put the map down and show them. So I went to this not really shady place, but wasn't particularly good. And this person has helped me out. So essentially I'm just like a codex to this map. I didn't even know that was possible. But if I say my name and then I say Feriax, it changes, showing underground tunnels, and then I like point at where I came from and like the caves and stuff. This is where I came from. This is the cave where I learned to use my powers. As far as the turtle could tell me, that is where I'm supposed to go, because my parents might have been hiding or protecting or whatever, something, and that's probably why they got killed.
Ooh, I didn't understand anything you said until you said your parents protecting something. That means money.
So, do you guys
Obviously,
want
they're
to
protecting
come with
something
me
about
to there, or?
Like I said, they're protecting something of monetary value, so I'm in. As
Well,
long as I get
it's
to
not.
take that
It's
monetary
not
value.
even sure that there is anything there. That is just
there
the guess that
isn't-
we have.
If there isn't, then there's gonna be a couple of dead people in my wake as I throw a tantrum.
So, are you guys ready then?
Do we even know where we're going?
Well, yeah, we have the map. That's the whole point. We do have
So,
to swing
as you
by
guys
the guild.
are,
Right.
when you guys are still kind of in the midst of this conversation, Captain Navarran comes hollering up to the ship and lets you know that they'll be leaving, and he wants to hire you all again as escort back to to Alheim, the city the guild
How
is
much
in.
is the pay?
He offers you the same as last time, which I need to look up because I forget. 1 second.
I still have my keg
He
of
offers
like
you the same
thousands of
800
gallons of
gold.
alcohol, don't I? I still have my keg of thousands of
You
gallons
have
of
2
alcohol,
kegs.
okay?
Yes.
2?
Oh yeah, you saved that. Wasn't it 2?
Oh,
What's on your
no,
inventory?
it
I
was
thought it was
1.
2.
It was 1. It was
No,
a
it
full
was
keg,
1.
like,
It was big. That's
If it
right.
was-
Sorry, it was big. You're right.
I mean,
you
he
know,
could
like,
have,
it's a
he
full
could have
keg.
bought one in the 7 days we were here.
like, I
You
don't
could
think
have
I'd
bought
the
more.
money
This is
for
a good
that.
place to do.
And how
This
much
is the right
money
place.
did we have
So-
after all the spending? Because I never did add that to my account. And I don't think we ever, like, said how much we
What?
got.
No, you were keeping track. I think you had like 800 left.
We
But,
were keeping track, but I do
it's
not
in the
remember.
VOD. It's in the VOD. We'll have to look up the VOD afterwards because I do forget. I thought you were keeping track.
I was. And
I know we started with 10,000. That's all I know.
Yep.
give me one moment. To look at all
Okay.
of my Excel
We'll look it up afterwards. But Captain Avarn is offering you 800 gold under the same same payout, same conditions. You know, get them there safely and all that.
I look
Sounds
at
like an easy job.
Baslam and Austin's character, and I say, well, we're heading out that way anyway, so I don't see the harm in doing it.
Sounds like an easy job to me.
He's thrilled. You guys shake on it, and he goes back to holler at Skippy again, or the one that he calls Skippy, and they make their way. He tells you they're going to be shoving off in the morning.
Okay. I once he's gone, I also kind of look at Eddie. The guild is the way of the possible goblin army. If you still are interested in that.
We're running on a skeleton crew right now, I'd say. Like, we have nobody to keep maintenance on this thing and keep this thing running full time while we're flying. So it'd be nice if we could have some crew members.
Well, I guess it's definitely a good thing we're
That's
heading out
true.
that way.
And it'd be nice if we had an army we could set upon the world as well.
By the
And
way,
I need some people to listen to my
the way
music.
this is going.
By the way, JP, is our airship able to land like a helicopter or something, like just on flat ground or something? Or does it
little
have to
tailplane
be at a port?
You can try.
What does that mean?
You don't
We'd
know.
have to be
Oh,
we would
okay.
have to be very slow and methodical, I would assume.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
everything two of our characters aren't.
Just drop
In
it
your
down.
3-day crash course on the ship controls, that never came up. You have no idea. I can't answer
just
that
drop it
because
down as
in
close as you
character you don't know. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I think if we were to do that, I think I would be the best person, not because of my personality, but because I've docked a couple more times than these people have, or one more time.
Yeah,
One
but-
single more time.
but you do not seem.
A couple more times.
But you do not seem
Uh,
slow and methodical.
I would
You guys-
even jank. It's still like I've got skill, obviously.
Something I want to bring to your attention. I want so if you haven't noticed already, there are gonna be consequences for your actions, and the fact that none of you really
Yeah.
know how to fly this ship is a problem.
You don't
While you're
say.
in the
We need
city.
crew members.
While you're still in the city, especially in a place like this where there are, lots of,
Actually, perhaps my
nautical
guy-
types
should my
coming and
guy-
going.
Maybe we should take
Maybe you
another
might
crash
be
course into this. That's a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, who would be the captain?
Or maybe
though?
look
Like, who
for,
would be the person manning the ship?
you can
That's a
hire
good question.
somebody.
But then we have to pay.
But then we'd have to pay him.
Yeah.
Or we could
See, I
enslave
know
him.
that was the thing.
Or we could
You-
kidnap him.
You
but
can certainly do this on a wing and a prayer. I'm not going to tell you what to do. However, I'm just giving you the option.
Give the
While you're
woman
still in the
resources
city,
back.
you could go do some more shopping. You could go look to hire somebody. You could go, just ask questions. You can leave. There's nothing keeping you here. But if, you're
I
in a
don't
trade
think we
of
should
a port
just
city.
leave, and I think we should definitely look into if we could maybe figure out how to fly or home a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who's still high
You got the basics, right? You guys know the basics.
Person we can hire? Who's the cheapest person we could have?
Well, yeah, I know the
Yeah.
basics to flying a plane IRL as well. Doesn't mean I
Exactly.
can fly a
Nobody
plane.
wants to fly on a plane with you. That's right. So, well, the cheapest person to hire, you'd have to go out and find out.
I'm
We
gonna
can
go
find the cheapest person to hire, and then he can teach us the ropes, and we can throw him overboard or something once we know everything. You know,
You're
just
a
throw him at the
terrible
nearest
person.
place.
Mm-hmm.
That was in character.
That's not what I was saying. I was just saying we can just drop him off at the nearest port. Once we figure out how to fly this thing.
That was in character, but like in a kind of joking way. Like,
And I have been
So,
I've been a good person. God damn, I've been failing.
okay, so you are still docked outside the Verdant Company, the Verdant Trade Company. You know of one district that you have done enough shopping in that you're familiar with it.
I
You
want
have
to
not
kind
been
of
to
search
the
the
bad
bad
district.
district.
Would
I want to go to the bad
You
district,
can
kind of look
certainly-
around, see if there's anyone off the streets who claim they know how to fly.
Would anybody
Okay,
from
well,
Golden Boy
you
know?
also... You can ask them. You know where they're staying, and you
Is
know where they're
Varn gone
docked.
already?
Yeah, you don't see him anymore. Now that you guys have been going back and forth talking, he's had the chance to walk away. And you don't hear him either, which usually you hear him before you see him.
It's like the Reaper Leviathan.
Little bit.
Wait, do I got my stasis rifle? God damn it, I didn't bring my stasis rifle. All I wanted to do
Alright,
was get
what do you do?
all I wanted to do is get the fragments by the crash zone because it's convenient.
Well, I'm going out to see if I can find another, maybe a more advanced crash course in whatever you call this type of flying.
But that would take like
Okay.
months to learn, wouldn't it?
Crash
like
course
full
means
lessons.
To learn properly, yes.
a
yes.
crash course is not a few months. I hope.
True, true.
I mean, it
Well,
pays,
I
wouldn't
guess
it, to at
you'll-
least get the daily.
It doesn't hurt to try anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to try.
No.
And can I?
You have-
like,
so you guys have,
slums, not the
uh,
slums, but the bad district?
You guys have less than one full day, but you have an entire night and an afternoon to get through this. Whatever it is you guys still
I
want
want
to
to
do.
kind of like
Because you
search
did
around
just
the area,
agree to
ask
escort them.
ask the people and say, hey, is there any like cheap captain we can buy? You know, we got like an airship. Maybe toss a couple of coins to the, you know, money talks. Money loosens up lips.
Who are you trying to ask?
Is there anybody like in the bad
What-
district?
sorry, did you
Am I
say-
in that district kind of lost? Am I in that district? Or can I walk to the lesser
Is that what-
district?
Well, is that what you guys want to do? Sorry,
think
where
what
you are
was it?
currently
I
is
think you
the
want-
airship.
I think. Oh, I want to go to the bad district, and he wants to learn it. He wants to try to learn. From
Okay.
a professional
Is there
how to
any
fly
type
in
of
one
like
day.
school I can see?
So the only thing you can see immediately from where the airship is parked is the Verdant Company, the trade company. It's massive. It's that whole building on the picture to the left there. I mean, you can try and look in there, but if you want to go, is that what you guys want to do? You want to split up? You want to split up? Is that what I'm understanding?
I mean, technically,
We should split it.
we make the most ground, and it's not like we're going to be attacked. And if we all, the people who are trying to attack me in the alleyway are gonna wish they didn't.
Yeah, so let's
Like,
do it like Scooby Doo and split up.
Like, I'm just gonna
Alright.
say they're going to wish they didn't if anybody attacks me in a dark alleyway. I will
So,
make sure to
let's
kick
start with you,
balls in
Austin.
repeatedly.
Okay, let's start with you, Austin, because I think you've got the clearest
Okay.
direction here.
Okay.
So, all right. So you want to make your way
Anybody
to
in
the
this
seedy side of
lower
town.
district. Yeah, do I see anybody, like anybody out and about, just anybody?
All right. So I'll show you the map again of.
And how well do I know
Foghaven.
the shady
So
parts
this-
of towns and stuff? How well do I know these kinds of districts? History check?
I'm gonna give you a layout. In the 7 days that you guys have been here, you know that
I've not
this
spent a day.
is 7 days. You've spent 7 days in Foghaven. So you know that the green circle is where the ship is docked. You know that that red bit is the shopping district, and you know that the seedy side of town is this. Let's see, pink circle over here. So
Oh, I see.
you had dinner with the Golden Boy crew, just somewhere along the hang on, wait, that's a bed. I don't need a circle. I need a line, or just a paintbrush. Okay, so
So how
this is
well
kinda
do I
where-
know, like, slums areas?
Just really quickly.
you know that you could get your way back over here. This is where you want to go
No, I meant
if you want
like
to go
just
looking.
in general, like how people behave and how people like street smarts. How well do I know that?
By the way, just quickly in between, I think I
Um,
might have found a better picture for Baslam's character.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Send
my
it to us.
question. Like, I want to
Um,
see if I know any
okay.
like background information about how these people made.
Is there?
Baslam, what do you
Okay.
think of that?
Give me something a little bit more
Oh,
specific. What are you trying to do? Like negotiate with them, intimidate them, like blend in?
I want to try to see how these people behave. I want to try to get an impression on what type of people these are. Like
Okay.
that I'm
Give
kind
me
of in, or
let's just do that as a history check.
yeah, that'd either be history or insight. Both are the exact same modifier.
Okay.
Do you like it,
Let's do
Baslam?
history kind
I
of just
like
in
it,
general
so.
here, because I don't know.
Oh, whoops! I accidentally rolled twice because I didn't know the
That's
first
okay.
roll, so we can just take the first one that shows up.
Yep.
I don't know if that's promising or not. I like how it's in. Since this browser isn't super quick on Roll20, it gives me. Okay, I may not have the best street smarts, but it's fine.
Okay, so
I don't need
the way I would say it is, you know, you did grow up in an isolated area, so but now having been here for a good 7 days,
Oh.
you know generally what to
ignore that
expect of the
second
people
one.
in this place. Yeah. And so you can you blend in better in the seedier side of town, and you know that.
And
about that?
I have this fabulous clothing.
You sure that's
You
not gonna
do.
get stolen, Austin?
I
You
would
do know that
take
the seedier side of town, they do not dress quite so fancy.
Yeah.
Random bystander. Do I see random bystander?
Where are you headed?
I want
There
to
are
head.
shops. There is. If you're looking for somebody to help you pilot your ship, you probably want to go over to the docks on that side of town. So as you make your way there, the ports are so much busier than the opposite end of town. There's far more ships, probably twice or three times as many. There's people, trying to sell stuff on the sides of every street corner, and they're pulling fish
there
off and
any-
on. They're pulling luggage and crates and all sorts. It's just a big old
Are
mess.
there any alleyways or any like isolated parts of the docks?
Okay. So if you zoom in here a little bit, this is the main thoroughway from the docks, and then any of these streets kind of along here, you can follow them into the not so nice areas.
Oh, up here you mean?
Over here where I
I'm
drew it
thinking-
within the pink circle. Within the pink circle.
Oh, pink. Oh, that docks. Yeah, I kind of want to go through the alleyway, see if I can see a less crowded area where I can ask individual people stuff.
Okay. So there's an offshoot as you kind of trek your way through. After traveling a good hour between getting there and then kind of getting lost trying to find what you're looking for. You do see a single ship docked kind of off on its own, with a group of 5 seemingly sailors walking on and off the ship. Is that the sort of thing you're looking for?
Sure, talk to who looks like he's in charge. Is there anybody
Okay.
who looks like he's
There
in charge?
is- Yes. Among them, there is a tiefling, well-built, kind of lean muscle. There's a dragonborn, who is a color that is a little hard to distinguish. He's older and weathered, but somewhere between brown and red. And
Could use depending on his scales.
and there's a human and what is that? That's 4, so there's 2 humans. And the one that appears to be in charge is a large
Tiefling?
tabaxi.
Oh, Tabaxi.
He, you remember Sun from the guild? He is a little bit taller than Sun, even, who is quite big for his size, for his race to begin with. So this guy is mean looking, scars all over his face and body, wearing no shirt, no armor, no nothing, just pants and fur. And he's occasionally kind of pointing and appears to be ordering the others around.
Can I go up to it?
Yes, you can.
Fuck.
And what? Go up to him? And what are you trying to do?
Well, I was just gonna see if he responded to me being, in front of him.
Okay. He says, "What do you want? We got stuff to do."
I want information.
One of his eyebrows perks up. You look out of place here. What sort of information do you want? We got stuff to do.
Well, I have something from a nice gentleman with one too many arrows in his head. But the point
Ah.
being is,
Are you
I see.
trying to
I
talk
also-
about me here?
and I just so happen to acquire an airship which none of us know how to fly. Is there any place where we can get a dirt cheap person who might know how to fly it? Hell, I
I
can
guess
pay
it
in
depends on
booze
what
if
you
you
mean
want.
by. I don't know anyone who will work for booze, but it depends on what you mean by dirt cheap. What are you looking for?
And what's the cheapest you got? We just need somebody temporary who might be able to teach us the very basics while he's flying
the
and
ke-
stuff.
Are you the captain then?
Hell, we don't even know who the captain is on this ship. I'm the one who docked it, but I can't tell you I was completely sober while I did it.
Well, I don't want anything to do with it if y'all don't even have a captain. You can walk down the other side of the deck here and ask some of
That's
these
why we're
guys, but
trying to-
I don't want any part of it.
That's why we're trying to buy a captain, temporarily speaking. Because we don't have one that can man our ship.
You are in over your head. You're trying to buy a captain? You own the ship. That's not how it works, boy. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for someone who can teach us how to fly it. Right now we got a skeleton crew from what I can tell.
Alright, you want a navigator, okay? That's what you want.
Absolutely.
Someone to tell you where to go and what to do? Is that right?
Absolutely.
Alright. Well, that's not what I do. But talk to some of these boys over here. One of them might help you out. All of them worth their salt.
Is
And he
salt
points
even
you
that
out
valuable?
to the-
Actually, no, wait, this is medieval times. Fucking salt is super valuable, isn't it?
It's
Like,
just
isn't
a saying,
salt like
but
a
yes, it
really-
is super valuable. Yeah, that's the idea. But it is just a saying. So he he gestures to the other ones, the two humans and the dragonborn and tiefling.
Now I talk less jokingly after making a fool of myself in front of the captain. I said, "Now I want fucking information, and I have spent an hour just walking around this stupid city, and I don't know if I want to see this city that much longer."
Okay, roll for me intimidation.
I don't want to see the city any longer. I mean, I am, but how tall am I again? I'm probably
I mean, you're
towering
pretty
over
burly.
these guys. I'm 6
Well,
foot
this
7
one's
and
big.
270. I'm 6'7" and 270
6'7".
pounds.
Yeah, you're still taller than this guy, but he's a little bit broader than you are.
Oh,
Go
Hey,
ahead and roll intimidation for me.
let me find it. Oh, it's only a +6. Ain't my
Only.
strongest. Oh no, my performance is +8.
Wait, where are you going,
Yeah.
Baslam? Who are you following?
I don't know.
Well, when you're bored, you get used to having stats that are like way too high. Because you get expertise and stuff given to you.
Did you roll me intimidation? There it
How
is,
about
okay.
a dirty 20?
That's gonna do it. So he's looking at you. He's getting impatient himself, but he's like, "Look, I don't know what you want. All right, sounds to me like a navigator. Talk to one of these boys, okay?
No, I
They might
thought I
help
was
you
talking to
out."
one of these boys. I thought I was talking to him already.
Oh,
Fair enough.
sorry, I didn't.
That's what I
Yeah,
wanted
okay,
to
I thought
say
you were
to the
talking to that guy.
navigator. Well, I wanted
That's
to
what
go
you
to
want to say to the navigator.
human. I wanted to talk to one of
Alright,
the humans
so-
and just yell that at them.
The two humans both turn heel and run immediately after you say that. The tiefling and the dragonborn look like they're ready to fight you.
Oh, great.
I just shrug and say, "Do you want me to get
Sorry,
him back?"
I'm talking to the same guy. What?
I just asked, "Do you want me to get him back?"
To who? Who are you asking?
To the captain. I say, "I can get him back if you want." Real easily.
Boy, I think you should just help yourself out of here. You don't know what you want. Come over here and start yelling at my crew. We got shit to do. I don't know what any of this is.
Alright, I'll cut you a deal. I can pack your shit, and maybe you can give me some information on how to run an operation like this. You see,
So at this
I
point,
didn't exactly grow up in the most privileged place. I can pack all your shit pretty easily. I ain't what you call weak.
okay. He says, "We'll start with those boxes that those two cowards ran off from." And he lets you start helping them load the ship. And as you do
Can
so,
I see those two people,
uh,
by the way, that ran away? Do I see them?
nope, they are gone. You
Okay,
intimidated
because I was
them.
gonna cast sleep on them, and I was going to, like, drag them back.
Nope, they're gone. But after a good few, boxes and you helping them consistently, the tiefling says, "All right, what are you paying? I'm looking for a job. This one ends today."
Okay. Well, in our newest shipment, we're about to get 800 gold. We can give you a cut of that, along with any other pay you may need.
Where are you headed?
Well, we're heading to a nether. If I remember, it's a nether clan. I mean, a nether guild. Do I remember what
Yeah,
guild it
so the
is?
guild. Yeah, you remember. It's your guild. You're part of the guild. It's
over to
Alheim.
the old adventuring guild, Valheim. Know the place?
Alheim. Alheim is the city. You tell him that, and he says, "You're going through the Verdun Company waters from here to Alheim? You all must be out of your
No,
mind."
we're going through the skies. And we've already handled those skies and already took an airship from those seas. I think we're capable enough.
Well, he doesn't say anything to this, but he suddenly kind of changes his tone and looks a little impressed. He says, "What sort of vessel do you have?"
Full-blown airship, engine and all.
Engine and all.
Commandeered it.
He's like, "You don't even know what class your airship is. Didn't you guys have to register it? What is this, salvage? Did you steal that ship?"
Reasonable salvage.
Yeah, alright, likely story. Well, you're lucky, I'm just as desperate as you are. This job ended and I didn't get quite the coin I was looking for. Yeah, you can count me
Oh
in.
boy, did we get coin from that ship. We got 10,000 GP in gems.
10,000
I
GP.
think
Alright.
I think it's
Well,
in your best bet to stick
Well,
with
I'll
us
take
with
the
all kinds
800
of
then.
luck.
Yeah, I'll take the 800 if you're sitting on 10k.
Unfortunately, we spent it all in upgrades.
Well, that's not my problem. What are you paying then?
We're paying whatever you can give us. If you don't do your cut of work, then maybe we'd have to reconsider. But we can definitely give you a cut from the gold we earn from our trips, starting today.
Well,
You know,
the work is navigator, right? Well, I want an equal portion.
an equal portion.
I mean, that's 200 each.
How many is your crew?
Well, if we're counting, 4. Counting you.
Alright. Well, give me a fourth and we'll call it even.
I hate to sound so brash. It's just when we're working with dimes, since we spent millions, we're not exactly able to shell out as much as you may want at first. But if you stick with us, I'm sure you can get a pretty good goal, as we tend to get pretty lucky when it comes to obtaining rare goods.
I'll go as far as Alheim for an equal portion.
So now this captain has 1 crew member now?
Well, you scared off 2, and I guess they were just...
They are just.
I mean, maybe they'll come back. I have caused so much trouble without meaning to. All I wanted was information.
JP?
I think my character killed him. Okay. As I was stumbling my words because I was improvising too much, you know? I wasn't thinking. So my character was just like, yeah, this works. For words.
JP. Is he just gone?
Not sure, but I think I know what my character's gonna say back to the captain.
JP died.
Did he send a message in the Discord? Is
No,
he saying something
just
to
a
us?
joke.
Okay, so we're gonna have a navigator. I'm still not sure who the captain is, but it'll be one of us, I'm sure. Right?
How about we co-own the ship?
It might work if we can all manage to have the same ideals. I mean, I guess we'll just have to, like, what's it called? The Supreme
same
Court this stuff.
ideals. Ah,
Just Supreme Court this. Oh, I mean, me and Stappy here will get along just fine.
did my mic pick that up?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh shit.
Hello, you back?
Oh
Is
shoot,
the
can you all hear me?
Okay,
Now
you're
we
back,
can.
yeah. So I would like to turn
Sorry.
to the captain and say, well, I may have managed to get rid of all your crew members temporarily, but thanks for all the help you've been.
Yeah. These worrisome ragamuffins are always coming back. We were done anyway.
Oh, and I'd like to apologize for my messing around with my words. I'll actually, since you actually helped me out, I'll cut you in on what we're dealing with. We managed to acquire some salvage, as you probably overheard. And we managed to dock
You're
it,
talking to the
get
captain
it
now?
registered. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking to him.
Okay.
And I say, we managed to get some salvage, it's just none of us know exactly how to fly it. We know the very basics and managed to dock it and get it registered. But beyond that, long-term flight, we may not make it that far without any help. And when it comes to captaining,
Okay.
we still have to get that sorted out, as we've only owned this vessel for a week, and we've only flew it for a couple days.
All right. Well, what does that have to do with me?
Nothing. Nothing. I just thought I'd clear the air because you got pretty confused.
I'm not confused. I just got stuff to do. It's nice talking to you, but I'm gonna be on my way now. He doesn't even
I would
pay you any
like
more
to
attention.
Give him 10 GP. Not if I try to give him
He-
10 GP for his troubles.
He walks off before you even get the chance. The tiefling,
well, I guess he didn't
however,
get his payment.
the tiefling, however, comes up to you and he says, "My name is Eris. Don't mind him. It's been a long trip. I'm ready to get out whenever you are, I
Long
guess.
trip
But
from
Wait,
hell.
which
Long,
one are we getting? The Dragonborn or the Tiefling?
Tiefling.
Okay.
I'm not
You're
sure
getting- yeah,
who the
you're getting a
Dragonborn
tiefling.
is. I didn't even talk to him.
he's gone now
just
too.
talked to
He
them.
followed the captain.
Oh, that captain has 2 crew members, maybe 3 or 4.
By the way, JP, where am I in all of this? Where am I in Stappy?
We're just focused on him right now. We'll zoom in on you guys in a second because I don't know where you are either.
I'll
Oh,
go back.
okay.
To
So-
I guess I'll go back to the ship with the new crew member. And the
Okay,
ideas
so then
of
we'll zoom in
having
on.
an army on board. In my mind.
All right. So we'll zoom in on you next, Bossum. Since you asked, where are you? What have you been doing? Where do you want to go? We left you off at the ship, so we can start there and tell me where you're going from there.
What are my options? What are we doing right now?
Well, you've got it's midday on the day before you guys leave. You leave tomorrow morning, so you've got that much time to be back to the ship, and you can kind of go anywhere. This is a big old city, lots to do. What do you want to do?
Is there? So do we still need people for the ship, right?
As far as you know, yes.
Okay. But I can do anything, right? I can just go anywhere.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want.
Oh. Also, I'm looking at the map.
Yeah,
The
this
place
is-
in the green, that's where our ship is, right? And there's water below us, right?
That's right.
Okay. So you see,
You want to go for a swim?
yeah. But do you see it where you, where you circled the pink circle? Can I swim to there?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can. That's gonna take you some time though. It took him about an hour or so to walk from here to here. But if you want to swim around this way or
I mean, I
around the
would
opposite
be-
way, I guess
I
it'll
would
take
be-
you.
I would
Twice
be
as much?
faster, though, right? Because I am
What's
an
your-
amphibious creature.
Okay.
I
What's
can
your
check my character sheet.
Speed in water.
My speed and water. How do I check?
Yeah.
that?
What's your speed in water? Does it change? I forget.
I
Let me look it up.
think it would, but I don't know.
Oh. I was just looking at
Nope. You're just as slow in the water.
Hey,
Oh, no.
I think I'm gonna walk then. Yeah.
I
think I'm
just
gonna
I
walk.
did
Oh,
just look at
that's so funny.
your whatchamacallit, your character sheet as well, something good to remember is this. Because we're not gonna remember that, but that is good.
I see what you put in chat.
I put it in the
Yeah, I'm
Roll
looking
20
at it right
chat.
now. Okay, so yeah, JP, can I just walk there? I guess I'll just walk into the swimming.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Isn't he like
Um,
25 speed and
I'll-
ability?
That is true.
Wait.
Are you gonna go straight? Yep.
Yeah, straight there, straight there.
What's up?
Is
Okay.
is his dagger, the new one that he has, is that a piercing?
Yeah. Water damage.
Okay, but the
Actually.
dagger itself, is that piercing? Or is it
Uh,
I'm pretty sure daggers are piercing.
stat
not
block-
slashing.
the stat block actually describes all of the damage as water. Only water.
Oh, okay. God damn it.
It's just a trait of the weapon that it's water.
He could just waterboard somebody. if he shakes
Well,
it
no,
correctly,
because I
right?
was reading the poisonous skin thing, and it says that you can apply it to a piercing weapon as well.
Oh, okay. I would let you do that if you want, if you ever want to put it on that dagger, because that makes sense. I mean,
I'm
it'll be a
glad I
little
didn't
funny,
go
that-
that,
that
height,
sounds
because then
OP.
my character would have to deal with mortal.
Alright,
Because I'm
so,
sure they could be more
Stappy,
powerful than a bard. A bard that is full.
let's zoom in on
potentially.
Stappy.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Let's zoom on let's zoom in on Stappy now. Where are you headed, Stappy? If anywhere.
Well, I'm looking
You don't
for
have
some
to, but-
kind of school for flying.
Okay.
Anything,
Alright.
to be honest.
So, Bossum, you're going to end up running into Eddie, and you'll see that he has acquired a crew member. And then Stappy, let's continue with you, but just so you know, Bossum, that's where it's going to go. So you'll now know that information. You can still go and do other things, but Stappy, you wander into the Verdun Company and inquire about learning to fly. And you are greeted by more of the stick-in-the-mud types of people that are in uniform, like those who were managing the docks. They kind of scoff at you anytime you ask about it, but they do eventually point you in the direction of a flight school. It's not quite what you imagine, as you spend a good hour to get there, getting lost a little bit along the way. Boblin stays behind. She is happily devouring the rat tails that you found her in your earlier trip, and she's just watching the ship. But it's nothing fancy. It like just a rundown little shack adjacent to one of the cruddier docks, and you do find pilots there that you can talk to.
Is there any pilot that looks like he'd be an instructor?
It's not like a proper. It's unceremonious. It's disorganized, and you do see someone kind of
So it's more like
low-key teaching, but it's pretty School of Hard Knocks type of thing. It does not impress you.
Is he the only one that's teaching, or is it just like a bit of teaching everywhere?
As far as you can tell, because this is not a classroom setting. What's happening is he's going through, walking them along the docks, showing them things. It's mostly dock work, right? Like tying up the boat and so on. But if you want to engage in that, we can do that, and you can ask and inquire.
Is there like a central person, or is it just there's people everywhere?
Nope. No secretary. No. You know, like this is definitely not what you were looking for.
Oh, I found it. On the bottom of the spreadsheet, I see 1,200 as the lowest number.
Okay, that
I-
sounds right.
I kind of shout like, anybody want to learn me how to fly reasonable salvage?
Well, it's actually what was the name called again that we renamed it to?
Well, no, I'm saying it that way because, you know,
Oh,
why
yeah.
why would a person not know how to fly a ship?
Okay. So I'm gonna post the picture in Team A. This
there's
greasy
two
looking guy,
numbers.
another
There's 1,200
Tiefling.
and 2,480.
Why'd you have to pick somebody?
1,200 and
Okay.
2,480, but I'm not sure which one. It's one of those two.
Why'd I
how
have
much
to
they
what?
have. It's
Nothing.
1,200.
So this guy answers saying, I mean, I could teach you. You got 200 GP on you?
How much is left from that money that we got?
That's what Austin was just telling you.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's either 2,480 or 1,200. Looking at this very rough spreadsheet that I made very quickly.
I want to say it was around 1,000, but somewhere near there. I don't know. But we can check from the VOD, so don't worry about the details. Just don't spend more than 1,000.
Okay.
Okay. 500 GP, but how long is my issue?
How long would that take?
Probably 6 weeks.
Well, I don't have 6 weeks. I have how much an afternoon and evening? Is that it?
Yep. After one
Yep.
one day.
Is there any way you can get a crash course?
Uh,
Staffy?
That's what I'm trying to inquire
So
about.
he laughs at you when you say that, and he says, I mean, I'm not too busy here. If you want, you could hire me on. I'll navigate for you.
So we're gonna have 2 navigators. This is what it's gonna end up being.
Fighting.
Sure, it's probably better
Yeah.
than anything my co-captain will come up with.
Alright, my name's Aurelius.
Well, I would.
When you guys shoving off?
This next morning, we got a mission for 800 gold. You can get a cut of that.
Well, I'll take the 200 up front, and we can call the rest whatever you want. But if I don't show up in the morning, move on without me. But I'll be there for 200.
Okay. Look for. Wait, does he want it now or when he actually shows up?
He wants it
I'll
now.
take it
and
when
then
I
he
show
says
up.
If I show up. Oh, he'll take it when I show up.
No. I'll do you the courtesy of waiting until we shove off. Fair's fair.
Well, all right then.
What's your what sort of vessel you in?
An airship. That's about all we know about it so
All
far.
right. Oh gosh. Well, where are you headed?
What's the city name again?
Alheim.
We're heading to Alheim to the guild.
You're going to Alheim
Alheim.
from here?
Yep.
From here.
We
Y'all got a
already,
death wish?
we already did it once, the other way, and that's where we got a reasonable
Really?
salvage.
Oh, were you all the ones that came over here with a Varn?
Yes.
I've been hearing stories about that all week. Okay, well that changes things. You got guns on that flyer?
I mean, we have what looks to be harpoons.
Alright, well I'll come and give it a look, but I'm gonna hesitate if you don't have weapons. But after the trip, sounds like y'all had, I think I'd come with you. That sounds
The
fine
only
to me.
weapons we've used so far, as I like kind of use the light things, like to kind of like show off, as our magic.
All right, well, you're new to this. I can tell that much.
You can, yeah, that's true.
That guy seems more expensive than my guy, though. You know, that guy seems like he knows what he's. You know, that guy seems like he's a professional. He's gonna like swindle us out of money.
Well, he's
But I like
asking
his
for a flat
personality.
200 versus the other guy asked for what did he say? Equal share?
Variable. Yeah, which would be the exact same amount.
Well, not if this guy comes along. Well, actually, no, it would be.
All right.
Yeah, we would
So,
just be paying 400 instead of 200 because we have 2 navigators.
Well, we're docked in insert the port name here. Look for, what was it, the Gilded Dragon or something?
Soaring Dragon,
Look
in
for the
Japan.
Soaring Dragon.
which it's still called,
you're
whatever
telling
it
him
was
look
called
for the
before.
soaring dragon.
Wait, have we painted that? Is that like painted on yet,
No.
or?
No, we need to do that.
Oh,
If you guys want, you could have done it within the 7 days. We can assume that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm not sure, like, what color did we paint it, though? Red? Either red or black would probably be the best for that, right? Or
I
what
don't
do you
know.
all think?
Up to you
Depends
guys.
what the color of the ship was. Is it just like wood colored everywhere else?
Yeah, probably.
It's like wood paneling. The majority of it just kind of looks like a old wooden ship, but then there's similar to the Golden Laddie. There's like large sheets of metal wrapped around it in kind of every mix match direction, protecting the hull and maybe looks like might have been repairs too.
But it's not like there's like more colors than just the material colors.
Yeah, no, it's not painted properly.
Well,
Like
I don't.
it's not a.
I don't
yeah.
mind what color it is.
Up to you.
I just assume red because that's the stereotypical file color.
I guess. But yeah, I tell him look for the
But,
soaring dragon. That's what we've named our ship.
All right, well I'll be there. I'll see you in the morning then, Captain.
We're not quite sure on that yet.
All right, well, yeah, see you then. And he goes off and carries on whatever it was he was doing before that may or may not have been teaching.
Wait, is this the guy that was like walking around with the teaching
Yes.
stuff? Oh, okay.
Just imagine he just gets swamped with the work immediately. That would suck for him.
Alright, well, I guess I head back now.
Okay.
So I guess we're all back, and if Possum is following me at least, with the new crew member, who may or may not come with us, depending on what happens.
Okay.
Though we might have to fight a
So,
tiefling
Slim,
because-
did you want to do anything else while you guys were out and about? I didn't give you much of a chance there.
Awesome.
Awesome. Have we lost him again?
Have we?
I think so.
Oh,
Alright, we will assume that Boslem has made his way back with you. Anything else you guys want to do? It's now afternoon on the day before.
well, is the crew member following me to the ship?
Yes.
So
And you guys
do
have
we-
had a bit of a chance to talk.
So,
So can I say something to good old what is his character's name again?
Jarvis.
Jolfis. Say, hey, I got us a new navigator.
I got a somebody as well.
And it's a tiefling. You just see the tiefling. What color tiefling is it? Red, black,
Yes.
pink, purple?
I sent
a
you
lot of
pictures
different
of both of them. I sent you pictures of both
Oh,
of them in Team A.
Okay.
I don't know which one is which. So the first one, that's the person that I talked to. Or
The first one is the person you talked to, and the lower one is the one that is following Eddie.
Oh, I got the advantage. I got the blue one, so that like resonates more
They're-
with.
both bluish. I like the first one's
Really?
mustache though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he does have a mustache. This guy just has.
To me, one looks
Actually,
blue and
that
one
looks
looks
blue to
purple,
you.
but
That look. Yeah, that one looks.
I mean,
deep
it's like
purple.
blue purple, I guess.
That,
they
that
both
to me
have
looks
some blue and
great.
some purple.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just blind.
Anyway,
The blue one has a little
this
bit
is
of
the
purple in him
second
too,
time.
but
This
yep.
is the second time we're arguing about colors.
All right, so
Okay, but that's what I
Boston's
say. Hey,
here.
about a navigator.
Yeah, I got us one. I got us somebody as well.
Oh, that's not an issue at all. I don't see a contradiction there.
How much is this? Does this guy want?
He just wants a cut, which will
Uh,
most likely just be 200. Just a one-fourth cut of the
this
job.
guy's name is Zaris, and
Well,
this
yeah,
guy
but
would
I-
like an equal cut.
The guy I got only wants a flat 200, as far as I know.
This guy wants a even cut, which will also be 200 from the job. So I guess it's whoever we like the most.
Well, my guy isn't sure that. I'm not sure if he's gonna show up. But he probably will. I think he liked the stories he heard about us, which are apparently out there.
I mean, hell, how
So
many people
I
go?
don't know how you all
go and
normally
board an
conduct
airship?
business,
What?
and I realize you're new to this, but this is highly unprofessional. Are you hiring me or not?
Well, let's consult with the
We could just
my
get both.
fellow adventurer here of the group. What do you think?
We could just get both, not have less of a skeleton crew.
I mean, yeah, but you good? Are you good with anything else besides navigating?
Yeah, I know my way around a
I
ship.
asked the guy.
I wasn't even. Yep, I know my way around a
Good,
ship.
because we got
The
a
last
fucking
one I was wearing a
skeleton
few
crew.
hats.
We can't hardly do shit. Are you fine with wearing a couple more?
He says, "Alright, well, where can I put my stuff?"
Anywhere you want.
Alright, well, he goes and finds himself a
And
bunk
hey,
then
somewhere
below.
in the and I also say, hey, and before you go down there, we got a giant keg full of really strong, spicy alcohol in there. What was it called again? I think it's a type of
Spice drum.
or brandy. Oh, spiced rum, I say. It's called spiced rum.
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
good stuff, if you can handle it.
He chuckles and smiles. He's like, "Well, I appreciate that. I'll try some of that later. Thank you for the offer."
I don't even know, like, how are we gonna, like, monitor this container? Is it just never gonna run out? Because that's, like, thousands of gallons, I believe. Don't those things, like, for hundreds or thousands of gallons?
It's not thousands, but it's a lot. It is a lot.
Mhm.
It's
Like,
hundreds of
also-
cups, but not hundreds of gallons.
Was it a
All
keg
right,
or ale?
Boslam, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
Okay. Did you want to do anything else
Nope.
in the city? It's now the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm good
Okay.
to go whenever they're ready.
Okay. I just looked at the time. We're just past 2 hours. Are you guys all good for time? Do you want to keep going? We can stop
I mean,
here.
I'm fine
Maybe
with
we,
that.
maybe we should stop and then figure out some of the stuff.
Yeah, money. Yeah, sorry for my poor management
Okay.
of Excel. Like, I do some good Excelling when I'm not rushed, but then again, I take a lot of time for myself.
But yeah, maybe we
You
should
know?
stop here and figure some stuff out. Like for instance, the meta
Okay,
magic that I should be getting.
Okay.
And also
I did look into
Bassel
the
has
meta
to
magic
level
a little
up.
bit.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and this may
So
be thinking ahead, but do you think my next
So
character
Mhm.
should be something interesting as well, like a wild magic sorcerer or something?
Wild magic sorcerer. I can picture you doing that well.
So are
But
we ending or are
Actually,
we
we
I
don't
wonder,
need a new
continuing?
would it be
character soon.
possible? You know, it'd be okay. No, this character isn't most likely dying soon.
Hang
All
on.
it can be
What'd you
is
say?
powerful.
What'd you say, Steppy?
So what's the thing? Are we ending or are we continuing? Because I kind of
Oh,
want
I
to know
think
if I
we're
should end
ending
stream
because
or
I
not.
think that's what we agreed on.
If you want, I've got one more bit of information prepared. We can fast forward to the next morning, and then we can leave it at that, or we can stop here. I do have like maybe another 5 or 10 minute thing if you want to deal with that, and then we got this all wrapped up.
And then I
mean,
have
I'm
one
good
dumb
then, I
question.
guess.
You're
Like
good.
just as a
Good
little
for
intermission. Oh,
Well,
sorry.
for the extra thing.
Okay. All right. We'll do the extra thing, and then sorry. What'd you say, Austin? It's the delay
Oh,
is so
sorry, I
weird.
didn't mean to interrupt. No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good.
I was just curious
It's just
how
a
a
delay, I
magic
think.
wild sorcerer would work if they could only use soldiers.
I don't know, but let's. If it's questions like that that aren't relevant right now,
yeah,
let's
that's
wait
fair.
until afterwards because we're
Yeah.
almost done.
That's
Let me
that's
just
the
give
dumb
you
idea.
this last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to ask real quick: is there anything anybody else wants to do this night before we fast forward and pass to the morning?
That's a good question. Me, probably not.
I don't think I
Okay.
would either.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good too.
All right. So in the morning, Captain Varn shows up. First thing, gives you some of the details when he's going to shove off and so on, and offers you some of his crew as it's needed. But they'll swap along the way, or so on.
I inform him that
And
we
then-
may have a goblin army on our side, so I'm not sure if we need a lot of crew. I don't know if we
I
can.
think this
fit-
is
No, he
more
just
for
means-
this journey.
Oh,
Right, just to Elheim. Your
Okay.
goblin crew is past Elheim.
oh, okay, yeah. Just imagine they still
But he says
remember
that you
him.
guys can
Like,
figure out those details later, and he goes on.
that would be amazing. They
and
still
then-
remember him as the man who flipped the chief.
Oh, they will. I'm sure they will. So after maybe an hour goes by, Aurelius shows up at the appointed time, and he says, "All right, I'm here. Well, what's the plan?" And for goodness sakes, who's the captain?
Well, I guess we're co-captaining.
I guess
That'll
I'm
last.
the more talkative one. It'll last until one of us declares It'll last until one of us declares each other a captain. Doesn't really matter who is. Just for right now it will work.
Just whoever's closest is who makes the decision.
All right, I can live with that. And then
We're all
he,
an adventuring party. We all have our own goals in mind, and we all set each other's same goals. Think of us as one big
So-
organization trying to achieve one goal. That is more money, more power, and whatever our personal goals may be.
All right. I've heard that before. I'm on board. You've already got me. You don't need to sell it any further. So he throws his bag onto the deck and kind of stretches out and says, "Well, let's see what we've got here." And just as he does so, Xeris emerges from below deck. They see each other, and before you guys have the chance, to say much, you can tell that they recognize each other. Aurelius points to him and yells, "Xeris! You low-life bastard! There you are!"
Oh god.
And then Xeris looks a bit shocked. He says, "I thought you were dead." You guys wanna react
I
to
like
that?
I like kind of like lean over to Eddie. Did you
I
know
write
about
down
this?
No, but this is quality content.
Aurelius pulls a knife and points it at Xeris, and he says, "Not only do you owe me money, you left me for dead." And Xeris, in kind, pulls a weapon on Aurelius. And he says, "No, you left me for dead."
Can somebody
I just
explain
laughed.
what the hell
I
happened?
just laughed.
I like get
I
in
just
between and
laughed.
and say that.
You
Wait,
have
wait,
picked
wait.
the wrong member for your crew. That one,
Wait,
he can't work with anybody.
give me a moment. I want to cast Zone of Truth on these two people and everybody in that circle. I want to
Okay.
cast Zone of Truth. Can I do that?
Yes, you can. And we are back on the ship, so I'll move this here.
I'll read you it. It's got very specific rules. I'll even put it in there so you can read it. Does it not say the definition?
I
of
don't know it,
omnipotent
so yes, please.
You clicked the wrong button.
I'll just copy and paste it if that's more. No, I pressed right button.
Yeah, just
It just didn't say the
that's fine. Whatever works.
definition.
Okay.
Until the
15
spell
radius.
ends, which is 10 minutes, a creature that enters the spell area for the first time on its turn, you know, just if they're in that thing, right? Creature that
What's
enters
the
spell
saving
area
throw
the
for
first
it?
time on the turn. DC 14, and I know if they fail or succeed.
They both make it? Neither of them fail.
What about Jorphis?
What the?
Jorthis,
You're in the area!
roll a...
I just say, God damn it, I'm not gonna
Roll
get him. Just out of my laughing,
Charisma.
because I was casting it while I'm laughing awfully, and I say, God damn it!
Now that I said that, I'll probably fail it.
I just say, God damn
Or not,
it, you
I can just get a nat 20.
There you go.
Okay, well, none of it works, and I'm
Well, that
pretty sure
didn't
they
do
know
much.
that they just been spelled.
What happens because of my nat 20, or do I just win?
It's just
an
a saving
affected
throw.
creature, so they
Nothing
don't even know,
fancy.
I don't think, do they?
If you, how would
I
you
don't think
react to
they
that?
even
Him
know
throwing
they
a
were
spell at you?
succeeded. Well, it's only a spell in that general vicinity.
Will you two please tell me what the hell happened without trying to kill each other?
They both just go back and forth, bickering, before Aurelius finally says, "We were on a ship together, working as a part of the same crew, and we had all sorts of problems."
To my laughter.
They're at this point heated, just by the side of each other. So we're run aground by pirates, and this one abandons his post, leaves me for dead, fighting my way off this beach, and none of us, the two or three of us left, had any idea he was even alive. He took a
do you
bunch of
want
our
me
stuff
to-
and ran.
I mean, if you want, if he tries to do anything for us, I can just cast sleep on him and let you take him out.
What about you, as I point to the other one?
wait, did you
I'd
say
like
that
to cast
also
Zone
to...
of Truth again. Yeah, I was saying that to just any one of them. I'd like to cast Zone of Truth
Okay,
again. I want to see if we can have a nice AA meeting. You know, I mean, Assholes
Not
Anonymous.
again. Not again. I'm not going to allow you to do it again. Because it failed right now, just a few seconds prior.
Okay.
You're going to have to wait. But to answer your question, Stappy, the other one says, that is exactly what he did to me.
So let me get this straight. You both stole stuff from each other, and then left each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. No honor.
Well
You
then,
guys
well
should,
then,
like,
both of you are
write
at
a
fault.
book or something.
What? What? I didn't hear either of you. I only heard pieces of it.
I
And
said,
if you guys
oh.
kill each other, just do it when I'm not looking, because that's the less we gotta pay for. And make sure you dispose of the body. But for now, we should work together. Because you're actually useful to me.
Shout. Well, then you're both at fault. If you both stole stuff from each other, then you both did it. Or something along those lines. That was bad. Fucking.
Xeris, he points his knife to Aurelius again. He says, I'm not working with this guy. I'm out of here.
Well, then you're not getting paid.
He slowly backs his way to the entrance to below deck, collects his stuff, and brandishes his knife again at Aurelius and says, if I ever see you again, that's it. You hear me? That's the end of you. And Aurelius, kind of thinking he's won here, he says, yeah, go on. Nobody wants you here.
I want to try intimidation on both of them.
That's what I was about to do. I was about to try to intimidate Xerius and says, you take one step off of this, and I swear to God, you'll never get a single job in your life. You'll just be a useless nobody who can't fucking handle anything besides his little baby bottles in the fucking nursing home.
Alright, we'll do this one at a time. You go ahead and roll to intimidate Xeris, Austin. And then, Stappy,
okay,
what are you
technically
trying to
Stappy
do
said
to
his
intimidate
fault,
the other one?
No, I'm trying to intimidate both.
To each other.
I'm
Both.
trying to do both. Shouting, fuck, I had it in my head a second ago.
Oh, sorry. I probably got interrupted like that then.
Oh yeah, if you both can't get over these minor things, let's be real. What kind of
there's a
shitty
Dolly
pilots are you?
intimidating.
Or what kind of shitty crew are you? That kind of like that.
Alright. Both of you roll intimidation.
Do I need to roll it 2 times?
dirty
There's 2
20?
people.
If you'd like to do it like that, yeah, we can do that, one for each. So I'm going to pool all of these, okay? Alright, so Drethus, I'll let you decide which roll was for who, and then we will kind of rule it that way.
The first one is for the guy I did. Second one's for the guy that Austin did.
Okay. Alright, so dealing with with Austin's guy first. Austin does get his attention. He kind of snaps out of it and focuses on Austin. And then once Drethus comes in, he stops moving. So between the two of you, you guys have intimidated him. And your guy, Stappy, has a bit more swagger in his step, and you've caught his attention. He's no longer, like, vehemently looking at Xeris. He's looking at you, kind of waiting to see and sizing you up what you're going to do. How do you want to go from here? You've got their attention.
That's a good question.
I mean, if you want to give me a hint, you could try to have my character do something, but then that would take the spotlight away from you.
What the fuck does that mean? Your character does whatever
No,
your character does.
Yeah, there's no... In terms of taking the spotlight away from each other, I just want to make sure that everybody's heard. But you guys can always say what you want to say. I'm not trying to get you to not outshine one another. Sometimes one of you is going to outshine the other, and so on. Just to be clear. It doesn't bother me.
I tried to intimidate him to try to keep both of them still on the ship. So the guy who was packing up his stuff, I'm like,
Right.
no.
So your intimidation, the results of your intimidation are that they are now, you have their attention. They're both pretty tough guys. You're not going to get much more out of the intimidation.
I would like to say,
so what do you want to do?
I would like to tell this guy, you know, you guys could try to work together, and if you decide to pull any of that shit again, somebody's getting a good old sleep spell, and somebody's getting a cut neck.
So
I will not allow this shit to happen on my ship.
Roll persuasion for me, Austin. Now that you've got their attention and they're listening to you,
Oh, that's only a
let's
plus
see how they
5, but I
react to
think
that.
that would do. It's only plus 5. Okay. This is scary. Okay, it might.
And think about what you want to do too, Stappy, because they're also looking at you.
16.
Okay, so Stappy, how do you want to
But
add to that at all?
I don't know.
You want to say anything? Okay, so then the blue guy, he kind
the
of
person
he's like
was
gawking at you in disbelief. And sorry, no worries. But then the purple guy, he says, "I'll stay for another 100 GP."
I pull out my blade and says, "You don't believe me? I'm pretty sure this thing will get you to work together just fine."
Okay.
Oh,
and with
I know
that,
something.
they
Like
both-
with my special blade, my special custom-made blades.
Wait, I want
I
to
pull
add
out
to what
just
you
one
just
of them.
said.
Okay.
I want to do.
Well, now that he's pulled the blade on them, they both shift and turn, and now are pointing blades at you, Austin. That is their reaction to that. And what do you want to say?
Can
I
I?
just say,
Can I?
"See, now you're working together." I just say, "See, now you're working
Fucking
together."
hell. Can I? Can I like hold a firebolt in my hand without actually attacking?
What are your spells? Do you have prestidigitation? Was that one of yours?
I mean this one, but I don't want to hurl it. I just want to like show that I got it. If that makes sense.
That is a good question.
I mean,
I
just
don't
is
think
there-
it
is
works
there-
that way.
Okay, is there any fire nearby?
I
Not
hope not.
on
Not
the
in an airship.
deck in the immediate area. No.
Is that just the best response ever, though? Just, well, now you're walking together.
Well, yeah.
That was great.
Um.
So yeah, how do you want to do this, Stabby? I don't think that's the spell to do what you want to do.
Well, I
Doesn't
have
look like it works that
control
way.
flames, but the problem is I need flames for that.
Okay, if you want to burn a spell slot to do firebolt off the side of the ship towards the water, and then control
Firebolt is a
flames.
cantrip.
Okay. Okay. So then do that, and then control flames. That makes sense to me. If you
Oh,
want to try and
how about this?
like, you
Can
shoot
I?
up the fireball and then you swing it around again.
Can I charge up my breath weapon, like showing that I'm charging it up without actually shooting it?
Yes. Like what? Like I'm picturing like electricity simmering through your
We've
mouth.
had a,
Yeah.
We've had a long vest, right?
Okay,
So I have
yeah.
my acid weapon, right?
And then I
Yes.
want to try intimidation again. You both are gonna work together, or something. I don't know the specifics of what I want to say, but you get what I mean, right?
Okay. All right. Roll for
Previously did at
persuasion.
all.
Because you've already done
You could just leave it
intimidation.
at all and let them be the judge of what you want to do to them.
Does the lightning
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
mouth do anything?
I mean, you probably just dollar store version of Thor,
I
just talking.
I will give you a point of inspiration for that. That's very creative. I like it.
Yeah,
But go ahead and roll.
me, all would happen is I would
it's
just start drooling acid if I tried to do that.
Yeah.
What does
doesn't
it?
work the same with the acid breath.
What does inspiration mean?
It gives you a plus like 1d6 to dice rolls, right? It's 1d6.
Yep.
Well,
That's right.
I
But
do
you
that
can only
here.
use it once.
If I-
Or is it advantage? Does it give you advantage on a roll?
No, it gives you a plus 1d6.
Okay.
I believe.
and then 1d6.
Then being a bard, it would be too overpowered.
So I now
No,
add.
does it give you advantage? If you have inspiration, you can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, ability check. Oh, it gives you advantage on that roll. It does give you advantage. Oh,
Wait,
bardic
Okay, so you can
inspiration
re-roll
is a
that
different
again,
type
Steppy.
of-
Okay, so re-roll that,
Oh,
but
so
with
it's a,
advantage.
That's right. No, just re-roll it, and then you'll have advantage, right? You
Yeah,
take whatever
sorry,
is the higher.
Oh, right.
Inspiration
same
and
thing.
bardic inspiration is a different thing. Sorry,
And
I always
do I?
think of them as the same.
Okay, and then I
Uh,
don't add the d6.
Pretty sure
Right,
you
no
do,
d6.
don't you?
So
Okay.
that's Alright.
Oh, no d6.
So, oh, you did bardic inspiration on top of that. Is that what I understood?
Oh no, I didn't.
I might
I
have
was
misunderstood.
confused for a moment. No, I was confused.
Okay. I might have misheard something. I'm sorry if I did. So,
That's a dirty 20. That's pretty good.
so
I just don't want a skeleton crew.
the two of them look at each other and start slowly backing their way off the ship. Aurelius grabs his bag, both of them still pointing their knives at you, and they are ready to run. Whatever it is
Can-
you're doing, it's not working.
Can I point?
You're just
can I
scaring them
point
off your
Boblin
ship.
to go in front of them? And like kind of be scary.
Boblin.
Wait,
Boblin is
JP,
not
hold
close
on.
enough on hand.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
I
No,
say,
no, never
but
mind
on
that.
the other hand, if we happen to find another airship, maybe one of you would like to commandeer it for yourselves.
they continue backing off the ship and run away.
That went well. But hey, I got inspiration from the song.
Oh,
wait,
man.
hold on.
Okay,
Where
that's all
were?
I've got for
Hold
you.
on. Where were we in relation to them and where they were, and where the exit was?
You guys, I don't know, middle of the ship. All of you are in the general middle of the ship.
But would we be in front of them when they run to the front to exit, or would they
If we
be in front
really
of
wanted,
us?
if you really wanted, we could super easily kidnap them. Because I could just literally put them
Ah,
to sleep
yes.
and they'd do
How
nothing
to
they could
step
do.
1 in how to get a crew: kidnap.
But
They
that
are
would be
within
useless.
range if you want to kidnap them, but
I'm not gonna do
yeah.
that. I don't
So
want to do
they
that.
were
I'm just
not-
trying to
So
get them
they
to
were
work
closer to
together.
the exit than we were. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Well, they were just in that direction. Yeah. The one guy had just walked onto the ship, right? So he was already much closer to the entrance exit that you were, and then the other guy, made his way that way.
Boslin, do you want to do anything?
I think we're too scary. I just talk over. I think we're a little too terrifying for these people.
I mean, Austin sounds like he had a good plan. I don't know. Maybe we should do that.
What? Kidnap them?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good plan to me. I don't know. That could just be me though.
Yeah, could it just be you, Bustle?
Yeah.
My character was joking when he said that. Like they might have overheard that, but I was just joking. Like, I guess I could put him to sleep, but
That's great. Well, they're still within range. I'll give you the option, but that's all I've got for you guys, so we can call it there.
Well, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna yell goodbye to the people. Said sorry for your inconvenience. You see, we are a little bit of a rowdy crew, as you might see.
Yeah, they just keep going. If you're just gonna talk, they're just gonna keep going.
Unless, of course, you want a little bit of extra GP, if one of you'd be interested.
Yeah, no, they don't. They're not responding after all of the intimidation and the threats. Y'all have scared them more than they scared each other.
Hey, maybe they'll work together. Imagine we come back and they're like working together because they've just been traumatized so much.
We
That's
just find
great.
them going to a therapist together.
And then
I
you would not fun us.
what?
It was awful.
And then they see us and they're like, "Oh shit!"
They just
I
run.
think
Well,
I think we're going to have word around the town that either I think everybody's gonna know that we're a badass in that city.
Well, you've already got something of a reputation in this city. That's hilarious. And now, who knows what's gonna happen the next time you show up?
We're
I
just
love
gonna
it.
be shot down
Alright.
instantly.
So now that that's over, did you expect
So,
any of that? Did you expect us to lose both of our navigators? But hey, you learn better with
As soon-
actually doing things.
Yes, I anticipated you guys picking a side, and
We didn't
like
pick
I
a
don't know
side.
if
We
you liked
wanted
one
both.
better than the other.
We
Yeah,
wanted
I know.
both.
So, I wasn't going to have them run away. I was gonna give you one or the other, but I mean that just so cause and effect. If you yell at somebody and threaten them, they probably don't want to work for you.
I just
Life
want to say
lessons.
this though.
In D&D.
It was worth it.
Yeah,
Everybody here,
that was
this
good
worth it?
content. That was good content.
I
I
think my
enjoyed it.
character has a new song idea though, held by the knife, or left you for dead.
We should have just let them
okay,
battle
there
it
you go.
out.
Left you for dead in parentheses.
You
I
know
wish
what we
we
should have
could-
done?
That would've
Me
been
for
fun, too.
dead.
You know what we should have
Right?
done? We should have
Good.
let them battle it out, and
Uh-huh.
just before they killed each other, you should have done sleep on them, and then we
Yeah,
just
but
set
that'd be
off.
kidnapping. That'd be kidnapping. My character's not that. my
No,
character's
see,
not evil.
that's kidnapping without the actual kidnapping, which comes out to be
Yeah,
kidnapping
you
with
just-
extra steps.
This is the new songs that he's developing after this.
Okay. Wait, don't play songs. Stop you streaming. Sometimes copyright problems.
No, I'm
Um,
saying this is the song he was making up. Like, now he's had this an idea. Like, this
Oh,
is a
oh,
made-up
okay.
song.
Gotcha.
It's not its own
I love it.
mutual. This is one of the ideas he's thinking.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess we're ending it there? No, maybe something else. I don't know.
Yep. That's
You're
that's
just
all
for
I've
that
got for
one
you guys
idea.
for
He's
today.
had an idea because that's such a ridiculous idea of their scenario that he's like, wait, I could work with this.
That's great.
Fucking hell.
Alright, so, thank you
can't
guys.
get over what Austin said. The dollar store door, fucking hell.
No,
Wait, you say that again?
The-
Store Thor.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, because like
that's
this
great.
also,
Fucking
he's just
hell.
charging it up with also just flying out of his mouth and making contact with stuff. Like the
You
dollar
know I
store
could
door.
make you
Oh,
do
that's
that
good.
now, yeah?
Yeah,
Has it
yeah.
been... so you're okay with doing that, JP? Like that then?
Yeah, I'm okay with doing that. Yep.
Austin, I can make you do that as well.
Yep.
Oh, scary.
Look at what I put in the chat.
Which one?
The latest.
Which one?
In Roll20.
Oh, well, 20. I was looking in Discord, sorry.
Oh.
Oh. Let's see.
So essentially, I can give anybody a dragon's or a breath weapon.
But what if I combine both my breath weapons to make an Ubor?
Will you allow that though?
If you spin it right, I think I'd let you do that. Yeah, that sounds.
Just imagine he
Badass.
gives me acid and I just have like a beam of acid. It's not even spraying it. It's just a beam at that point. The dollar store Kamehameha.
That's great. All right, guys. This took longer than I thought it would. I am actually gonna have to be going.
But real quick.
Sorry, I was hoping to
one
have time to do. Yeah. I was hoping to do your Boslem stuff too, but we're gonna have to do that another time.
So you know how
yeah,
you know
what was your thought?
wild magic sorcerers, how it's only a % chance that they do a magic surge. Imagine a wild magic sorcerer, but the whole thing is wild magic.
I have actually seen somebody do out a character like that, and it sounds hysterical. Like, someone
I
who's
would
building
love
that
that,
as a
because,
character.
Because what it would probably work
Sounds
as is
great.
it'd be a sorcerer. He gained his magic from something, but it was like a chaotic gemstone or something that gave it. It's like, yeah, I'm a wizard.
Also, I'm just
gonna,
quickly
like,
gonna
cast a
deafen
spell.
and end my stream. I'll be back.
Fireball. Fireball. I'll cast
Okay.
fireball.
Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry I haven't been able or haven't streamed as much. That will probably in the near future get to be normal again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider joining my Discord. If you are watching on YouTube, please consider subscribing and liking. Also, if you're here on Twitch, of course, consider following. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sounds like it's gonna be a fun ride having to figure out how to fly our airship. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next one. Also, we're gonna raid my friend Millimew. So yeah, I hope you guys stick around for that as well. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of the day, evening, night, whatever it is where you're at. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.